So in this video, I'm going to show you how I push the limits of the focusing capabilities of the brand new Sony A7 Mark IV, and also how I use these flash units in order for me to freeze motion and create these images. So hi everyone, this is Jiggie, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel. So before anything else, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and would want to learn more about off-camera flash photography, then this channel is for you. So you might want to consider subscribing, and while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, if you want to see more of my images, you could always find me on Instagram. It's at Jiggie Alejandrino. So a few days ago, I was actually given the privilege of launching the Sony A7 Mark IV here in the Philippines. But instead of doing a normal pre-recorded launch, we decided to actually do a live shoot. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to really record during the live shoot. That's why I will be showing you bits and pieces of what I did during that day and explain it a little bit further. Okay, so let's go. So in this part, I am basically taking the audience behind the scenes to show them the actual setup of the shoot. This is me showing the Sony A7IV, which is my main light. Now, I had on this A7IV installed the MagMod Mag Sphere. With the Mag Sphere, I also had a Mag Grid and the Mag Gel, an orange gel. Well, orange because I wanted the Sony colors, and then a Mag Sphere because I wanted the light to spread, but I didn't want to spread it too much. That's why I put in a grid, and you will see why I didn't want the light to spread too much in the course of this video. Then of course it's here. This one has the MagMod Mag Shoe, which allows me to mount the flash to the light stand there, as you can see. Okay, let's move this here so you guys won't be distracted. Now, here in the back, I had 3 flash units. This was the first one. This one is the Sony A7IV with basically a purple gel from MagMod also that I just taped. I basically just show some random colors from this one. So I had it taped and it was mounted on the Photic Cerberus. Alright, then that was the light on my right. Then the center light is here, another F60RM, and also on the MagMod Mag Shoe. But this time, I actually had this one. This is called the Mag Beam. The Mag Beam allows me to project a pattern normally on a wall. But when I am shooting, well, you will see later on why I use this Mag Beam for my backlight. And I also had a pattern there. And plus, this one I think was gelled yellow, if I'm not mistaken, or another color. There, it was gelled orange also. So there we go. I'm just basically explaining what the light is supposed to do. And of course, I had another F45RM there with a different color. Okay, so here I am now going back to my shooting area. I decided to shoot this particular scene with an 85mm 1.4 lens and of course a Sony A7 Mark IV. And all these flash units, I had 4 in total, were all controlled using, of course, this one, the WRC-1M. Okay, so the moment I established what my setup was, it was actually time for me to do a demo. Again, here it is. Basically, I am still able to give you a live view because I gave the audience a live view. Unfortunately, because it was live and this thing that I'm showing you was recorded live, it is a bit pixelated, but later I will show you a bit or a portion of it that I actually was able to record. So again, here I am explaining basically that I was shooting everything with the Sony A7 Mark IV and the 85mm 1.4 lens, the G Master lens. Now, the reason why I decided to use the G Master lens was because I wanted to bring in some size in terms of the image. So you can see me here explaining basically the focusing. That was a basic point of the entire thing. It was really about the fantastic focusing system that's here in the A7 Mark IV. But of course, I was saying, okay, in this images, static images, no problem. It's very easy for you to actually track the image or the subject's eyes, right? So instead of doing something like that, maybe I think at this part I told her to do a jump. Was it a jump? Let me see. Oh no, I put in smoke. So I put in smoke to to make it harder for the camera. So by putting in smoke there, the fog machine, you could see that the A7 Mark IV still basically tracked the subject. Now, you can see now we're gonna try to do a few test shots. Oh, by the way, flash, when you're shooting with flash and you're shooting a subject that is actually moving, flash basically replaces your shutter speed, the flash duration. These speed lights have a very good and fast flash duration that really allows you to freeze motion even if your shutter speed is only at 1/250. As you can see here, my settings were 1/250, f5.6. I was basically -2 underexposed, ISO 400. In other words, everything was pitch black. The only thing that you will see was really the light coming from this particular flash. Okay, so instead of basically making it very easy for the camera, what I did was I even put in smoke. Then of course, I started doing it with motion. And basically this is some sample shots when we were just getting into the groove of things. Now, let me show you what I was able to record in my camera. There. So this is what I was able to record in my camera. You could see that we've already gotten a haze here. And look at how easy it was for the camera to actually track the subject. So this is a straight out of camera image. Wait, let me go back. This image is straight out of camera. You could see here 1/250, f5.6, ISO 100 this time instead of 400. I brought it down to ISO 100. This was actually taken already after the live show. I just wanted to basically have something in my Atomos that I can share with you guys, okay? So now, what I did was I basically took another shot, getting my timing correct. You can see my focusing because of the fog was really all over the place, but the moment that it detected the face, it was no problem anymore. And you will see the final output in a bit. And there you go. That was basically the final output. You could see here, this is one of the gel filters here. Then I had a purple one here. You could see now the light streaks coming out from behind. That was because of this one, the Magmod Mag Mask. And I had my light right here with this one, the Mag Sphere, with a Mag Grid. The reason why I did that was so that I could focus the light on her. My biggest problem would have been if my light was just spreading all over the place. This particular light might have overpowered the colors coming from here, and that's why I decided to use the Mag Grid. Okay, but wait, there's more. I actually have one more layout, and here we go. Let me show you. This time, instead of a ballet dancer, I decided to shoot a hip-hop dancer. So here, did the same thing. I had my focusing on her the entire time. Again, another test shot, just basically playing around first, and then once we got the timing right, there we go. One more. This one again was another test shot. And then I think finally we're gonna get the final image from this particular layout. Okay, so again, we're just getting the timing right. And smoke. There we go. That was the final image. All right. So basically what I did was I used my flash in order for me to freeze motion even if I was just shooting at 1/250th of a second, because flash replaces your shutter speed when used for freezing motion. In other words, you also have to know the flash duration of your speed lights so that you know how fast it can actually freeze motion. But I haven't really had any problems with this one, especially if it's just dancers dancing like that. And you could see actually that even the hairs were sharp. We were really able to freeze motion. And another thing, don't you just love how the Sony A7 Mark IV focused, even if I basically fogged up the entire place? It was just truly amazing. That's why I am enjoying using this camera so much. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And again, if you want, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, For you guys who want to learn more about off-camera flash photography, you could always message me because I do one-on-one online workshops, the details of which I will put in the description below. And lastly, if you want to see more of my images, you could always follow me on Instagram. It's at Jiggie Alejandrino. Okay, till the next video.